So good afternoon, all my classes. I started to grade assignments for face-to-face, online, A plus, networking. I'm sorry, those first two selections were security fundamentals. So as I started grading each course, I did notice some grades starting to take a dive. We are down to um, the last month of classes. So this month, and then we go to December 12th of next month. I wanted to make sure that everybody stays aware that once you go to, if your grade does drop, and you go to student gradebook grades, you can see your grade. In each one of my courses, it is a weighted course. The weight achieved is always, I believe, on your right-hand side as you view it from a student, just like my impersonation as a student. I should see it and see what each entry is and how many points there are available. My best advice, so when I start grading and start entering zeros for previous assignments, I think most classes are past chapter 10. So I at least start entering grades up to chapter 10. If your class is past chapter 10 or no longer reading, I'll kind of probably grade a little bit ahead on the classes that are out of the book. And then if your class is still at a higher level chapter, I'll probably push that grade just a little bit higher beyond chapter 10, depending on where you guys are in the book or where we are in the book. Remember, with the tests, that Transcender is always available for my courses. If you did perform poorly, do not hesitate. Go out and get a Transcender and start working on the Transcender for your test scores. This will help you succeed and pass the class. Getting back to if your grade does dip, start working on the higher point systems immediately. So as you tell here from CNG 132 and I believe CNG face-to-face, which are exactly the same, grading rubrics, projects are 15, practice labs are 15, labs are 15, quizzes only have a value of 10, while discussions have a value of 20. So if I was behind in my grade or my grade did dip, my first method of attack would be to go after the discussions since they are worth 20%, and then work my way down from like labs, practice labs, projects, and then finally into quizzes where they only worth 10%. Once again, the tests are only worth 10%, so all four tests only equal, each test only equals to about 2% of your final grade, and the final exam itself is 15%. So the best approach you have is to attack the stuff that's worth the most first, and then slowly work to the stuff that's worth the least. Probably takes the least amount of time. Quizzes aren't real difficult. Discussions, I guess they could be difficult if you have a tough time looking at something or looking up something to research. But once again, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I want to help you succeed in these classes, any class of mine, and I'll gladly sit down with you or have a live chat with you, and we can figure out some way to get you to succeed in these courses. Once again, we have about a month left, and I want to make sure you guys are on the right path to use this month the best you can. Bye.